Good morning, my name is Christy and today I'm going to be collecting a urine specimen and also removing a Foley cath. According to the doctor's orders, I verified my patient with the date of birth, wristband, and he's also verified his name. And then today I am also going to identify myself and begin with the urine specimen. And I am going to try and keep my patient as covered as possible, and I'm going to get some gloves. Before all this, I'm going to look at the tubing. If there is no urine in the tubing, I am going to clamp it for 15 to 30 minutes and then come back so that I can make sure that there is urine in the tubing and collect my specimen. But right now we're going to say that there is urine in the tubing. Then I'm going to get an alcohol swab and I'm going to clean the tubing. So in a circular motion for 15 to 30 seconds. Before all that, I do have to clamp my tubing. And if that were to touch the leg, I would, of course, again, open up another alcohol swab and clean the side. Circular motion, 15 to 30 seconds. And I have my syringe. It's a 10 ml, 25 gauge. And I'm going to make sure that I insert it at an angle. And I'm going to verify with the doctor's orders to see how much he wants me to collect. And it's usually from 3 to 5 mLs. I'm going to insert it at an angle. Making sure I have what I got, not to poke my patient. Get my collection container, and then I'm going to make sure that I have the lid pointed downward. Insert the urine into the container. Make sure I put the safety on the syringe. Put the container back on. Put a patient's label on there. Date it and the time that I took the collection and get it down to the lab within 15 minutes. Okay, and that's going to be the urine specimen collection. Next, of course, I would take off my gloves, make sure that I would put the patient back, take the clamping out, and that is going to be for the urine specimen. And then I would also, now I'm going to take off the catheter. So once I take off the catheter, I would make sure that it's clamped. Once the tubing is clamped, I'm going to put a napkin under the patient just in case it dribbles. And I would have some clean gloves. Okay, I would get my syringe, make sure that I check the nurse's notes to see how much is in the balloon, and then I would insert the syringe. And at this point, it's going to draw back. The solution will go back into the syringe. And once that's done, then I would go ahead and start removing slowly, you know, not to hurt the patient. And grab the napkin and lift it up. Once I have it in my napkin, I'm going to inspect it, make sure that everything came out okay. Then I would make sure that I would throw everything in the biohazard bag. Cover up my patient. And now for the irrigation, there was an irrigation also ordered by the doctor. I would make sure that I have the right solution and the amount that needs to be done. Making sure that I have the bag clamped on the patient. I am going to then clean the port. of entry, and then I will insert the solution and the amount that the doctor has ordered. Also with some new gloves, making sure, you know, I don't spread anything. And then I will make sure, document how much saline I put in to the patient so that I can make sure and subtract it at the end from the urine collection.